The newspaper reminds that Hitler planned to build a bridge at this location in 1943, and after the victory over the Nazis in 1944, a bridge has appeared. However, he tumbled through the frost. The government is trying to break habitual feelings of isolation, adds the newspaper. On billboards in the center of Kirk, on the background of the photos of Assad and Aksenov, the government brags about departure to the peninsula 226 foreign delegations at the 2014, 19 years from 13 different countries. "We live in a parallel reality," was quoted an anonymous Western diplomat in Kiev. People are confused about what is fact and what is fiction. The growing popularity of the candidate due to lack of faith in the political establishment, represented by the old guard, the newspaper said. For Poroshenko's government collapsed in infighting and corruption scandals, and the economy in 5 years has not recovered. Street protests in 2014 marked a decisive dismissal from Moscow, but did much less for the modernization of the economy, eradication of corruption, the newspaper said. Although it is for Ukraine's accession to the EU and NATO, such decisions Zelensky offers a referendum. He also insists that all oligarchs are equal before the law, but critics doubt it's about Kolomoisky. As soon as Bilal Hassani, 19-year-old gay Moroccan roots, he learned about the victory at the national selection competition, in social networks it congratulated, with clips of the September 11 attacks and homophobic comments. However, the French reacted harshly to his candidacy. Senator Henry Leroy insisted on the removal of Hassani because he allegedly traversed the recent terrorist attacks in the country in their videos. Fault-finding to it to some extent reflects the attitude of young people of French, who attracted the attention, writes the edition. In particular, the Muslim singer Manal Baitsam were forced to come from another song contest through messages in social networks. According to research by the monitoring group, SOS Homophobia, the number of homophobic attacks in France last 2 years, the most popular demand of the Yellow Jackets is the abolition of gay marriage. Frédéric Martel, the head of the interministerial delegation in charge of the fight against racism, says, "There is a cliché about Catholic, but it is a myth about French society, which this never was. We are proud of the cultural diversity of France, which has various talents and skills." The deputies are convinced that the dependence on social networks should be considered as a disease, and propose to invest in further research to enter a diagnosis of dependence. In the report, they urge the government to provide formal advice on the use of social networks for younger than 24 years and support calls for companies to disclose data that would help to understand the impact of their product on young people, the newspaper said.